Look, the countdown is on to when we actually get to see Harden out there on the floor, but this Philly team is about to debut a duo that's averaging nearly 52 points per game this season. So what is that Sixers offense going to look like when both Joel Embiid and James Harden are on the floor at the same time?
Ooh, Briscoe, good morning. And the spacing when they arrive on the floor together is going to be delightful. There are two sets in particular that I'm excited to see. It's a 4-out, which we saw last night from Philly, and it's very common for them. But again, the spacing that's going to create for Joel Embiid to work, and should he decide to pop to the short corner or occasionally from the three-point line where he's been decent this season, that's plenty of room for penetration. And then the second continues to be that pick and roll. James Harden is obviously terrific in that action, and Joel Embiid coming down off of a cut with tremendous pace is going to be problematic. And I mentioned he has the ability to pop. I will say I'm curious about how ball dominant James will or won't be within this offense. This season, he shot 18% off of field goals in which he's had an assist from a teammate. When he's unassisted, he's shooting like 81%. Compared to Joel Embiid and Tobias Harris, they are almost an even split in that category, which speaks to the ball movement and the offensive flow that the Sixers have. However, the good thing is, James is still second in the league in terms of assists per game, so he's definitely a willing passer.
But we know this. Sometimes experiments don't work. Transition to the Lakers. And tonight we are treated to the Lakers and the Warriors, 8:30 Eastern. You can see it on ABC. The Lakers were silent at the trade deadline. Nothing happened. So Russell Westbrook is still part of that team. This is what they're going with. How can LA make this roster work?
Man, Briscoe, it's going to be tough. The Lakers have the toughest remaining schedule. But the first thing that I'm looking at, and this may sound simple, but they've got to make a commitment on defense. The stat about the Big Three being outscored is not because the Big Three can't score. It's because the Big Three hasn't shown a commitment to defending. This is a team with all-world defenders, with LeBron James and Anthony Davis. They are going to have to commit on that side of the basketball if they want to find any level of success moving forward. I also maintain that Russ and LeBron probably need to spend less time on the floor together, which means maybe Russ can help that second unit, or if LeBron opts to go down to that 4-5 position that we've seen him play, then perhaps Russ can take the lead with the ball in his hands and be a little bit more productive for this squad. But to me, as clunky as this roster is and the task that remains for them in the rest of the season, they're just going to have to commit to the very, very basics of playing defense and stopping guys.
I'm told that you and I got the memo to promote the game tonight.
Yeah.
A little purple and gold action happening.
I noticed.
I know. It's like we planned it. They have dropped 5 straight games on the road while giving up 114 points per game. Commit to the defense. That is where it starts. That is also Monica McNutt.
Thanks for watching ESPN on YouTube. For live streaming sports and premium content, subscribe to ESPN+.